Welcome to my YouTube channel, the UK Coupon Key. I'm your host, Lucky Star, bringing you up to speed with our paper preview video for week 18, 2023 in the ongoing 2023-2024 UK football Aussie season, which is a blue coupon week. And like you know, those who are not new to this channel don't know how we usually do it. We do present 3 videos weekly. The first video is a paper preview video where we take you through the pages of the 3 major journals which we use on this channel, which are namely the Special Advanced Fixture, the Right-On Football Fixture, and the Pools Telegraph. And while we're showing you the pages of this paper to introduce you to the paper for the week, we'll be showing you the areas where we'll be drawing our draws or the cannot draws from, and we'll bring you some sequence for this first video. I'll bring you the subsequent sequences and games to play for the week for the other videos. For this particular video recording, which is the paper preview video, I will bring it to you the pair of number 40 pairing number 41 with the proof coming from our nija record, while we also have 2 games which you are not supposed to touch for this week, and that is coming from our Pools Telegraph. That is number 2 and 37. I remember we introduced something last week for the paper preview video for week 17, where I disclosed that I'll be bringing some tips which I'll call the secret extra tips for most of the videos, but I did it for only the paper preview video for last week. I think I projected something which I asked us to play as a 12, but I gave another insight for those who want to take a risk to play it as an away win. But lo and behold, Korea said no, that's not to be. The game ended in a home win, but it played as a 12, which we initially advised, and that particular digit was being proposed and perpetuated by so many sites online and offline. A lot of persons had it as a short draw, and I said that was the reason why I was doing that, because I was privy to an information I got, and I think that happened for the week before last. So having insight into that information, I decided to use it as a tip of advice for us for last week, and that secret extra tips will be coming up in this episode as well. We have a digit that will be portraying, so you stay tuned to that. It could be either be a draw or it cannot draw. We don't know yet, but when it comes your way, we'll give you the breakdown of why we think this is how it should be for that particular digit number. Because it is secret, I'm not revealing the particular digit now, and that particular secret code could come at the beginning of the video, the middle of the video, or the end of the video, like I said for last week. With that being said, let's get right into today's presentation. But before we do that, we have to touch on something which also transpired for last weekend, and I don't know, I will ask you guys to comment in the comment section and give your opinion about this. You know, I said if you see something, say something. Think we had to experiment on that for last week, but that didn't go too well. It wasn't productive at all. It was, in fact, it was counterproductive. But I don't want to do things on my own, so I want to ask you to comment on that. Why am I saying this? We did 3 videos for last week. The first one was the paper preview video where we showcased number 15 as a cannot draw, number 6 as a banker, and we projected a pair from nija of 13 and 14. I think the brother was right on this. He criticized this pair, and I also did critique it myself, where I said the pair has been coming for only even weeks. It came for the first time for odd week, and that was 13-14. Nothing happened there, which the brother also highlighted in his critiques. But the one that beat me most was the second video we did, where I showcased number 19 and 21 as a very formidable pair, with the proof coming from our Special Advanced Fixture. And while I was presenting that video, I also made us know that the pair of 15 and 31 is very good as well, which was box 3 and 6 from our Special Advanced Fixture as well, and that pair was good to go with it. And in fact, when I researched on that pair again, I discovered that the one that was repeated to either of game 13 and 14 of our treble jinx column is a banker draw, which was number 31. And for my first video, I asked us not to use number 15 as a draw, so it was obvious that number 31 was the draw from that particular pair. And that of 19 and 21, that pair was also very formidable, but the brother critiqued it, and that made me to come up with his own suggestion. I made a video, which was the 3rd video, where I projected number 10 with the proof coming from our brother. So what I want us to do now is should we continue with the say something format, or we should just go ahead and continue the way we'll be doing it on our own, just bringing what we have? Because I was thinking this was going to help us in a way but I don't know. So that's why I want to ask you to place a comment. What do you think we should do? Should we go ahead to ask people to comment and utilize their comment, or just ignore it and let it be a comment as it were? So make us know about that. And that brings us to showing us the presentation for today. Now, let me start with the secret extra info which I have for us, and that is portraying number 14 as a cannot draw for this particular week. The reason why I'm saying number 14 is a cannot draw, if you look at number 14, we have the match there, which is Plymouth versus Middlesbrough. And go to your previous meetings, use their head-to-head to check what actually transpired in their previous meeting, and that will tell you what to expect from this particular game. Number 14 played as a 12 on the safe side. We don't expect it to pull through as a draw for this week 18, 2023. You understand? So, with that being said, we don't expect to pull through as a draw. But if you ask my opinion of the match, which way to go, I would still tip an away win on this, Middlesbrough to take the day. So, do your research, see how you go about placing your bet on that particular number. Now, for the 31st of October 2009, Middlesbrough was at home to Plymouth, and that match ended in a 0-1 win to Plymouth at away. Then the second meeting was on the 5th of April 2010. Plymouth was at home, played host to Middlesbrough, and that match ended in a 0-2 win to Middlesbrough at away. The third meeting was for 23rd of July 2021. Plymouth was at home and lost again to Middlesbrough at away. 1-2 that match ended. 3 times they've met now. No draw between both of them. 3 wins. 1 to Middlesbrough. Sorry, 1 to Plymouth. Yes, 1 to Plymouth and 2 to Middlesbrough. And if you look at their statistics, all 3 times that they have met, the away team has had the day. So that's how I conclude that if you want to take a risk, I think you go with the away, but play it as a 12 on the safer side. We don't expect this match to pull through as a draw for this week. Now, let's look at our papers. I will be starting off with the special advanced fixture, and that will take us through till we get to our Pools Telegraph, where we'll be showing you the other sequences. Now, I've given you the secret extra tips, which is number 14, as a cannot draw, so you can go look it up and see how you feel about that particular match. So we have 2 more to go, which is the pair of number 41 pairing number 40, while that of the Pools Telegraph, we have a cannot draw of number 2 and number 37, which will be showing the sequence from our Pools Telegraph. Our special advanced fixture, the left hand side, we have the 1 to 49 matches, wherein we have from numbers 1 to 8, that is our Premiership, English Premiership division, and from numbers 9 to 19 is our English Championship division. Remember, this week is an FA Cup week, while on the right hand side we have the treble James column, where we have game 1 to 14 being forecasted there, and we have below that the Lotto sequence, where we have letters F and G, and that is telling us that number 6 and 7 is on our Lotto sequence column. From numbers 20 to 46 is our FA Cup round 1 matches, while on the right hand side we have the shortlist column, where game 1 to 8 is being forecasted there. Below that we have the expert trial column. Below the expert trial column is our high score quiz column, where we have number 3 in box 1, while numbers 35 is in our box 9. And below that we have the easy column, where we have 4 games being forecasted there. We can see some return which takes place from our expert trial column game 2. Number 19 is being transferred to the box 5 of our high score quiz column, and that same game is being transferred to the game 4 of our easy column. And that particular number 19, I think I have an interest in that match because of the way it was repeated from amongst 3 different columns. In our subsequent videos, we'll be looking at that holistically. That return is very interesting to me. Then from numbers 47 to 49, that is our Scottish Premiership. We have just 3 matches being showcased there. And the date of play for the matches of this week, we have on the 4th and 5th of November 2023. And this particular day we're doing this video presentation is the Monday, the 30th of October 2023, which is a very sunny Monday afternoon. And we expect you to actually watch this video and benefit off of what we do here on this platform. While we by now expect that you must have clicked on the like button case you like this type of video you're viewing, why you help us to share this video, the other persons will see them and join to benefit all that you're enjoying on this channel, which are basically free of charge. In case you are not subscribed yet or you're seeing our video for the very first time, it's a very simple thing to do. The subscribe button is below the video you're watching. Click on it right now while you get subscribed to this channel so that you'll be able to see our videos subsequently when they come on board. And why do you need to do this? Believe you me, if you do it in a month, you should be able to win 2 or 3 times monthly by viewing our content which you do on this channel. So we expect you to by now click on the subscribe button to get subscribed so you benefit what we do here, and it's basically free. You don't pay to do your subscription. Also, we do ask our viewers to help us choose a particular video they want to make us do for the extra corner video, which is the third and probably the last video for the week. And these options that we give out are: 1, if you want us to make the one banker draw video, or 2, if you want us to make the pair video, you can choose that as your option. Put it in the comment section, we'll read it up and collect the suggestion, and majority will carry the day. 3, if you want us to make the nap video. While 4, if you want us to make the winning line video, you can make that your option. The 5th option is if you want us to make the 5 dead game series video, place that in the comment section if that is your choice, and we'll make a video based on popular demand. And that brings us to looking at our Right-On Football fixture. And why I think before we look at that, we have to also look at the pair of number 40 pairing number 41. This particular pair is an every week 18 pair and it's been on since 2017 to date, and we started to pull through, so that's why we're bringing it your way. And what do you need to look for? You just need week 18 to come on board, and you need to look for numbers 40 and 41 as a pair. This that is on our far left hand side is for week 18 2017, and number 40 was the draw amongst both of them. Then for week 18 2018 we had 40 and 41 as the pair, and we matched number 41 as the draw. Come week 18 2019 we had 40-41 as a pair, for which we marked number 41 as the banker draw amongst the pair. So for week 18 2020 we had 40-41, we marked number 41 as the draw. Then for week 18 2021 we had 40-41, we marked number 40 as the draw for that week 18. Come week 18 2022 we had 40-41, and we marked number 41 as the draw amongst the pair. So for this week 18 2023 we are saying we have to mark a draw between 40 and numbers 41, and the matches on number 40 we have Ramsgate Woking, that's the FA Cup match, and also on number 41 is an FA Cup match as well, that is Reading versus Milton KD. So that is the match on number 40 and 41, for which we expect to mark a draw at the end of the day. Now, that brings us to looking at our Right-On Football fixture, and we'll be starting off with the back page. Remember, I told you something about the late news section, which they newly introduced, and I told you give us some time, we'll be able to have something to say about it. Now, if you look at odd weeks, it plays the upper section. You have one draw there. Then for even week, you have to pick a draw at the bottom section, which is the pair. So come this weekend, we should be thinking of a draw from the fixed games, which is game 4, between game 4 and 5. That should form a very strong pair for us. And if you look at the banker boss now drew, and this 31 was taken from the trio here to the banker boss, and also taken to the trio here as well. In fact, this trio that was placed here was also transferred to this place. So these are some of the ways we're going to be looking at it and be able to show you some good games from there. That makes us to look at number 23, pairs number 22 from our expert final our expert final pair. Sorry to say that. Then on top of that, we have the key column where we have number 11. And remember, this key column is a place where you don't pick draws anyhow. You must have something portraying it as a good banker draw before you use it as your draw. On top of that, we have the overseas pools compilers draw statistics column where we have letter A to P, and below each of those letters we have trials placed in them. That's on the back page of our Right-On Football fixture. I will now be looking at the front page of our Right-On Football fixture for week 18 2023. At the front page of our Right-On Football fixture, we have the compilers final 4 column, which is the bottom section of the paper. Front page, we have number 36, numbers 37, 11, and numbers 14 in that column. And that number 11 is from our key column at the back page, and it's been transferred to this front page. Now, a lot of things have changed about these papers. This used to happen for the purple weeks. Now they've reverted it. They stopped doing it for purple weeks. They brought it now to the blue coupon weeks. Go check previous years, previous season. It has been happening for the purple weeks. The game in the key column will come to the third spot here every 8 weeks or thereabout. So on top of that, we have the compiler X verdict column with game 1 to 10 being forecasted there. On top of that, we have the super pair column with numbers 38 and 39. While above that, we have the fortune box with number 19 embedded in it. And remember, I told you something about that number 19 from our special advanced fixture, the way they repeated it there. And it's also the game in our banker box. We'll be looking at this closely since there's something about number 19 for this particular week, and that's the match between West Brom and Hull City. Above that is the 3 best draws column where we have numbers 21, 22, and 23. Above that is the 3 yellow patches, which is Group A, Group B, and Group C, and we have trials embedded in each of those yellow patches. The Group C game 2, which is number 22, is being repeated to our box 2 of our 3 best draws column. So we'll be looking at that closely. While number 19 is at the bottom section of our Group B, and is the game which is taken to the fortune box. That particular number 19, I have an interest in it. I'll work on that number, and if there's anything about it, I'll make us know. Maybe I have it as a very good draw, or it cannot. I'll make you know in our subsequent video. So stay tuned to that. Expect me to say something about number 19. Believe you me, I'll do that. The first column on the front page of our Right-On Football Fixture is the compiler X selection column, where we have game 1 to 21 being forecasted there, and below that is the 5 fortune games, where we have game 1 to 5. So there's something about the game 1 and 2 of our compiler X selection. We have letter P beginning both teams in game 1 and 2, and that's 38 and 39. And also that 38, 39, remember, is the game being transferred to our super pair. So we'll be looking at that closely. We did something like this 2 weeks or 4 weeks ago, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'll go back to my archives now and see about this particular game, which is 38-39. I think something is about that game. The game 1 and 2 of our compiler selection being repeated to the super pair column. There's a meaning to that, so we'll look at it critically and get back to you. That brings us to looking at our Pools Telegraph for this particular week. And lastly, we'll be bringing you the 2 cannot draw from that paper, which is number 2 and 37 as a cannot draw, which you can call your dead game for the week. So you have to stay tuned to that, so you know the reason why we say you shouldn't touch that number, or the reason why you should touch it. And remember, we did our secret extra tips already, which is number 14 as a cannot draw, which we expect you to play it as an away win, or to be on the safer side, play it as a 12. Then we showed you the pair of number 40 pairing number 41, which is an every week 18 sequence. So we've done a lot, we've covered a lot already, and we have so much more to cover. So stay tuned to the end of this video so you don't miss out on anything. We'll now get to the Pools Telegraph segment. On the bottom front page of our Pools Telegraph, we have such columns as the top tips column, where we have games being forecasted there, and we have the 2x column where we have number 18. And remember, number 18 is our week number, so placing it at that joint means something to us. And this yellow patch here is where we usually pick our even week pair, and we take it from numbers 2 and 37. And we have other games there as number 6 and 15. I remember very well, I told you 2 and 37, we were expecting it not to pull through as a draw. But remember, that particular position used to be our even week pair ground. So you have to stay tuned to know the reason why we say you should shy away from that particular, those 2 numbers for this week. At the upper right hand section of this paper, we have the Dreamland section with numbers 16 and 20, and this is commentary game 1 and commentary game 2 in our page 2, while 34 pairing number 37 is the games in our commentary game 6 pair 4 in our page 2 of this journal. At the page 2 of this journal, we have such columns as the natural A with 48 pairing number 18, and our sequence B is number 6 pairing number 14. Remember, number 18 is our week number, like we said before. And something happened in this commentary game section. This is our commentary game 5, which is being rated tip. It used to be X1 for commentary game 4, like we have here. Then commentary game 5 will now be 1X. But they decided to start using tip, which is a new rating, and that happened in recent times. So we'll be working on that to get back to you as what will happen to that particular digit in that spot. At the back page of our Pools Telegraph, on the bottom left hand side, we have such columns as the good luck, good tidings column, which is number 28, pairing number 6. At the mid section, we have the cartoon section. We have some games placed there. Then on the bottom right hand side, we have the correct corner column with number 6, pairing number 14. I think we don't have so much to talk about from our Pools Telegraph just yet, but stay tuned to our subsequent video. When we have anything from this paper, we'll showcase it to you. The next now we'll be looking at is number 2 and 37 as 2 dead games, with the proof coming from our Pools Telegraph. So we'll be showing that to you so that you see how these things have been coming on and playing. And it's a very long time coming. I think it started in week 6, 2021. So let's get right into it. For this particular sequence, if you pay enough attention to it, you should be able to, because it's on a draw and fail basis. So when it comes on board, I may not be able to bring it here. I may have some other sequence I want to showcase. Then on your own, if you can stumble into this paper online or offline, if you have the hard copy, then you should be able to use the pair as at that time and benefit yourself, because it plays a particular position. So if you look at it critically, you should be able to know. I think a lot of persons have been following up, and I really do like the way they'll be catching up. Now, this is our even week pair, where for this week 6, 2021, we have number 5 and 15. Notice something. Whenever you have a unit number at this spot where you have number 5 for this week, therefore, on a draw and fail basis, the pair will give you a 1 draw. For this week, is to play this position, which is that of number 15. When next it comes on board, it will have to be 2 dead games. And that we can see for week 50, 2022. So that's why I say pay attention to it, so that when you bring the banker, I may not tell you, you have to sit on your own and utilize the draw from it. So let's see with 50, 2022. As for me, I like the Pools Telegraph a lot because their tabulation is top notch. They don't forget what they do. They are very consistent at doing it. So for 50, 2021, we have numbers 4 and number 26 at that spot. And you can see what actually happened there. There was no draw to be marked between both digits because it was expected to be a dead game. The next time it comes aboard, then you have a banker draw at hand. No questions asked. Just go and stick on it and you'll be a winner at the end of the day. And that we can see for week 6, 2022. So for this week, we have 2 and 15 in that spot, and we're expecting a draw there. And we did mark number 15 as the draw. The next time we see the sequence again, we have to shy away from it. Nothing will happen there. It's 2 dead games, whether we like the games or not. We have to stay clear from it. And that we can see for week 22, 2022. Oh, sorry, I mistake that one. It's for week 14, 2022. You know, funny enough, after the result for last week, a lot of persons, I belong to some platform, and they were like complaining bitterly that they don't believe that draws are fixed anymore. Yeah, but if you watch me as a person, I hardly use that word fixed draw. But I believe that doing your proper tabulation, your due diligence, sometimes you stumble onto some games you know that are good to play through as a draw. I don't know who write the scripts, so I don't want to believe it's being fixed by anybody. But I know when I stumble into it, I see it, I know it, I feel it, and it happens that they put through as a draw. So to me, I know that draws are being arranged in one way or another, but I don't know how it's been done. So I hardly use that word fixed. If you've been watching my video, you don't hear me use the word fixed draw. But do your due diligence, forecast, get good information, you'll be able to win. Like those, some persons know last week, they know what they got. I don't like revealing everything, but those who are close to me, some persons know what they got for last week. And some others take it like a joke, and they know what they also got. So whether they play 5 draws, I keep telling people, the day they play 3 draws on coupons, I've been on this industry, I was able to get those 3 draws. I put 2 in one ticket, 1 in another ticket. That was the only thing that made me not to win that week. It wasn't that I didn't see those draws, but 2 in one ticket, 1 in a separate ticket. That was how I lost out. That's to tell you that these things are being properly arranged, and all of that happened me using the Pools Telegraph, nothing else. The Pools Telegraph, that was what I was using then. That was what gave me that yardstick, that opportunity. So that's why I'm showing you all of this that I'm doing here on this platform. Click on that like button, get subscribed to this channel for more content like this, and help to share this video to other persons who see it as well to benefit all that we're doing here. Get subscribed, you don't pay them, so do that right now while you're watching the video, and place your comment in the comment section to make us know whatever you want to make us know on this platform. We really do welcome it. This is for week 14, 2022. We have 6 and 15, and there was nothing to be marked between both digits. So when it comes to week 22, 2022, we have a draw to mark there, and that, if you look at this video critically, you know where the banker is pointing at. Here it comes for that week. We have number 4 and numbers 38, and you know where the banker is supposed to be. We mark number 38 for that particular week. The next time we'll be seeing this sequence, and we'll have to look at week 26, 2023, and whatever you find there, you run away from. So here we are for that week. We don't expect a draw, and we have number 1 and number 9 in that spot, nothing to be marked there. The next time we see this sequence, we have to look at week 38, 2023, and we're expecting a draw between both digits. And yes, indeed, a draw we get. We had number 9 and number 5 in that spot, and we marked number 5 as the draw for week 38, 2023. So the next time we see this sequence, whatever you see there, take off, run away from there, and that's for week 50, 2023. Like the saying goes, one man's food is another man's poison. For that week, we had number 9 and 27, which were 2 dead games. So whenever the sequence comes again, whatever you have there, you take both as a very formidable pair, for which, if you look at it critically, you should be able to know where the banker is falling at, and they've not failed. So if this tabulation has been ongoing for a long time now, you've seen it, it's been playing out the way it is, what makes me to change my mind this week that something else will happen. But I don't know about you, but for me, I know where my money is going into. This is for week 10, 2023.